Ever wondered how you can get high-speed internet in remote areas? Picture a world where internet access is not limited by geographical boundaries, where the internet speed remains consistent, whether you're in the heart of a bustling city or far out in the remote wilderness. This is the world that SpaceX is creating with their satellite internet constellation, Starlink. Imagine an enormous invisible net draped around the Earth. This net is made up of thousands of small satellites orbiting in what's known as low Earth orbit, or LEO for short. This is much closer to Earth's surface than traditional satellites. This constellation of satellites is the backbone of Starlink. On the ground, users connect to the internet through ground stations. These aren't any ordinary stations. They're equipped with phased array antennas. These high-tech devices can electronically steer their beams, allowing them to communicate with passing satellites. Now consider what happens when a user sends a request, like loading a web page or streaming a video. This request doesn't go through miles and miles of underground cables. Instead, it's beamed up to the nearest satellite in the constellation. From there, the request jumps from satellite to satellite like a cosmic game of pass the parcel. Eventually, the request reaches a satellite hovering over a ground station near the destination. This satellite beams the request down to the ground station. The ground station, connected to the terrestrial internet backbone, then forwards the request to the appropriate destination on the internet. But the journey isn't over yet. The response from the destination must now travel back to the user. It follows the reverse path, going from the internet to the ground station, then up to the satellite and finally back down to the user's terminal. This process, though complex, happens at lightning speed. The result? High-speed internet access virtually anywhere on the planet, especially in those areas where traditional internet infrastructure is either limited or completely absent. In essence, Starlink works by creating a celestial highway for information, bypassing the limitations of terrestrial internet infrastructure. It's a network of thousands of satellites, ground stations with phased array antennas, and a web of communication that spans the terrestrial internet and the cosmos. And it's all happening right above our heads, every second of every day, ensuring that people, no matter where they are, have access to the World Wide Web. So, the next time you're out in the wilderness, miles away from the nearest town, remember, you're never too far from high-speed internet, thanks to Starlink.